Hey everyone! So I haven't been on here in forever, and I thought I'd come on and share what I'm doing today. So you can see I've got a mushroom sign and I've got some mushrooms. I went ahead and drilled some holes in this and I attached it to the 18-inch oval grapevine. And then I've got my mushrooms and I added some pearls on the top because I think it's going to match well with the mushrooms on the sign. So yeah. Let's get to it, y'all. I pretty much left all my bushes intact. Normally I break them down before I do tutorials, but I wanted you guys to see how I cut it down. So here's the first bush we're going to use, and this is from the Wreath shop, okay? And what I'll do is I will part it and I'll cut each individual stems down, and then I may cut those individual stems down as well. So let's get going, y'all. So I'm cutting this one right here. And I'll tell you right now, these do make a mess. I recommend kind of parting them like this versus just yanking it off. That way you don't lose as much of, the filler that's on it. The little berries, I guess you could call. So kind of just wiggle it. Do it easily. So I'm going to clip this whole bush down real quick. Like I said, it will make a mess, y'all. And you can also find these bushes in other colors like pink and yellow and I think even blue. Now, I'm not sure you can find all those at the Wreath shop, but I know you can find them elsewhere. Okay, so we're going to start just applying it on the left side of the grapevine. Let me get this tag off. So, this right here, sometimes they'll fall apart, but that's okay. All you got to do is take their wire and just tie it back up, twist it back up. So we're going to go around and add our filler. Now, a lot of the times I do not add glue until the end or kind of as I go, just because there might be an area I want to switch up, and if it's glued, it makes it harder. So we're going to go around the side, and we're going to have lots of other filler that's going to overlap. You get quite a bit out of this bush. I have pliers. Also, hopefully I have this video up to date, but for those who do not know, Joann's is running 5 stems for $10, and that includes spring and summer. So go get it while you can, y'all. Okay, another piece, individual stem. I'm keeping it whole. I'm going to come up here and give it some height. Again, you can cut these down more, but I want them long. I look like a hot mess today, so hopefully you guys don't see me. I had to go downtown this morning. I'm going to come down here. I had to go downtown and see the lawyer because there's a lot of stuff going on after my mom's passing. And I had to jump up out of bed and brush my teeth and wash my face off and go. So I look like a mess, and I just didn't feel like getting ready, so if you see me, don't judge me, okay? So I'm going this direction, and now down here I'm going to go this direction to the right. And I want to make sure I get some of that filler up and around that mushroom to make it look more natural versus it just kind of sticking out and hanging there. We'll also add some other stuff around that. So I'm still working on the same bush. Let me go up, kind of going in behind the mushroom. And I'm going to cut this one down so I can control that long piece a little better. And of course you do not have to use the same sprays and bushes I use. You choose what you'd like. The sign is from Wreath's Etsy shop. Okay, now moving on to the second bush. I'm not so sure whether I'm going to cover the whole thing or not. I do like to just do half of the grapevine and leave some of the grapevine exposed. But I do have to cover up the tie that I used to attach the sign on the right side, so I'll have to figure out something there. Let's see, I'm I'm going to go kind of underneath. Let's layer it a little bit. And kind of up under this piece right here. Now make sure you don't cover your sign. You know, having it overlap a little bit is okay. That's not a problem, but don't cover your sign. So yeah, I kind of just took a break for a bit with designing, just because, like I said, my mom passed away and I've had a lot on my plate. And I'm just now getting back into it. And it's kind of hard getting back into the groove of things, I will say. And here in a minute, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of glue because I know these are the places I want them to be. Again, we got other sprays, so you want to make sure you don't crowd it too much. So kind of space them out. Right now, we're just trying to cover up that grapevine. For those who do not know, I used to teach in M&B Design Academy. That group closed down, but now I am teaching in Wreath by Waldo workshop. So, you know, Emily, she's the owner, started the group. She's super talented, y'all, and she's just got like the best personality. So yeah, if you want to come check that out and join us, we'd love to have you. Wreath by Waldo workshop. You can reach out to me, leave a comment, whatever you want, and I can share the link to how you get to that group. It's a private group. It is a paid group. So just FYI in advance. And over here, I typically like to have the longer ones towards the inside, so I'm going to switch that around. And if you need to clip an area here or there, that's okay too. You can always clip it down at the end while you go, as you go. It's totally up to you. And we do need a little something up here. I'm going behind that one. And I'm trying to avoid getting in the way. So I'm going to come over here, up on this side, kind of behind the other ones. Getting that back. Don't forget about the back. Or the side, I should say. It's easy to, you know, focus on the front of the wreath and you forget about the sides. So don't forget to add a little bit there too. And I've got, let's see, 5 of these bushes total, and they're going really far, so I do not think we're going to need that many, especially with the other sprays and a little bit of floral. Got some red and some yellow, all that good stuff, all that jazz. So I just cut that one down and then I twisted it up. I gotta twist it again. And I'm going to come back here because I can see there is an area back there. I'm going to add a little bit of glue to this one just to make sure it stays together. Oh, hard to see back there. Okay, let's see. Do we want to move on to something else? I think we're going to start adding some other stuff. Now, I have this pampas grass, also from Wreath, the Wreath shop, but I am a little on the fence about this one. Let's try a piece or two and see what it looks like. There is also a lot on this, so I just clipped one stem, but I'm going to clip it again. I want it shorter. Oh, one fell apart. Let's try coming up under that mushroom. See what that looks like. And up under this small mushroom. I don't want to completely cover the greenery that I just added, because those little, like, I'm just going to call them berries, pieces on there, they bring a nice texture. So by adding this, I am covering it, especially if I put a lot. So I don't want to put too much. Again, I'm still on the fence. Let's try up here. On this side behind the greenery. Maybe if you kind of like weaved it in and out in between it, you know, maybe it would look better. That way you don't lose the greenery in the process. This piece is a little short. In there maybe. I would just add just a little bit. You can totally skip this part. I highly doubt that I'll use the whole stem. Long pieces. So let's take advantage of how long that one is and bring it up here, kind of right there in between, because it does give it a nice like little whimsy feel to it. Since that's super short, I'm going to come in behind here. The next spray we're going to add is from Joann's. I just actually went up there earlier and grabbed some extra stuff just to be safe, because I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough. So instead of going like this, I'm going to turn it, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to come in the back. So just kind of in and out. I always leave my clippers behind and I have to reach back for them. I may have to take that back about not using the whole thing, because it's going actually kind of quick. I mean, granted, you can see you're getting quite a bit of filler with it. So I'm going to go in like this, and I'm going to turn this. I'm going to go in right there on the side, if I can get it in there. Be a little hard. That stem's a little big. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to the pieces. Now, you don't want to add too much, and then you can't reach certain sprays, you know, when you're trying to glue them. So every so often add a little bit of glue. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. Okay, that's good. Alright. I might have to move you guys back. It's getting long. There we go. Sorry about that. So you can see, again, I'm going with this direction and then going up that way. Okay, let's see. Do we want to add any more of this? I might as well make use of that spray and use it all instead of having some left over. Look like there's some glue right there. I pulled some glue. Okay. And this is what we have left. And this would be a good piece to just go ahead and keep it on the stem instead of pulling it apart. And use it either on top or the bottom to create more length, because it's got a nice point. It kind of makes me want to, let's see, it's going to be too much. You could add it up there just like that. I think I'm going to cut this one off. And keep that other one as I think I'm going to put this one back here. And I'm going to try adding it up here in the background. Yeah, I think I like that. Yes, 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 yes. I'll add some glue. Ooh. Try not to get glue on my sign. And then let's add it either here or down here. I'm going to try down here. I have a limited space right there, that's for sure. Let's see if I go around this one. Can I get up in there? Yeah, that works. Get some glue to it. There we go. And I might bend that a little bit. You know, I might go that way. There we go, leave it like that. Make sure your sprays don't cover your signs. So if you gotta adjust them occasionally, do that as well. Okay, so on to the next filler. These right here are from Joann's. Okay, so you can cut this down like 4 or 5 times. Get the tag off, and I got 5 of these for $10. Dang it, that tag. Don't you hate when those tags don't want to come off? They want to fight you. So, I am going to cut this down. I guess you could say, see, past the first joint. And I'm going to keep that longer towards the middle. And I'm going to go like right in here. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue because I don't know how much of a grip it's getting right there. Okay, and then got this long piece. I always keep the center of the top and the center of the bottom longer. So I'm going to come in right here up under that little piece of pampas grass. And I might have to cut that stem down just a little bit. Hopefully I don't lose the length I want. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue because I think it's going to be hard to get it in there. No, not so much. And then I pull it apart. And let's go, well, maybe up here. Let's see. We're going to kind of make it where it's coming out. There we go. I like that. On to the next one. And I probably will not need all these. So it's 1, 2 joints, if you know what I mean. Like, think of like when you're gardening, you know, you pick something. Or, you know, fingers. Whatever works. I'm sure you get the idea. And these are filling in quite nice, like. Okay. Forget to get the sticker. Should have removed those before I started recording, but I forgot. So I'm letting that second piece on there separate. Let's bring this short piece towards the top center. Yeah, I like that. So I'm down to 2 more. Let's see, what else do I have? I'm pretty much just leaving this to be red, cream, a little white, and maybe a little bit of yellow to make it pop. Come over here towards the back. While I have it that way, I go ahead and add this one too. And I think I'm going to add this one right here. It might be too long. Let's see how far up that stem will go. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to pull it down a little bit. Alright, man. I really like the texture that these different sprays are bringing. Really do not need much more. You know, a little bit of flowers to, like I said, make it pop. I mean, it filled in quickly. So that's great. I am going to take one of the little pieces and kind of squeeze in here. So I'm going to take this little short one. That way I can fill in that little gap. And I might have to trim some of it down. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. That's not going to work. Since that little piece fell off, I'm going to go ahead and clip it. So I just clipped the bottom 2 pieces off. And hopefully this will work. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to clip these 2. I'm going to take this tall one and I'm going to come up there. Let's see if I can bend that a little bit. Going up underneath that first greenery that we added. And I know there's a little spot over here. I'm gonna put my head in the way and get that, fill that little area right there. Kind of the middle. All right. Let's see. I guess we should go ahead and use this. Actually, sometimes I like to leave a spray. I put it to the side until the end because sometimes you need one of those colors to break up areas that may have too much of one color. So we're going to put this to the side just in case if we do. And we also got these little berries. I just grabbed that. Where did those come from? Wreaths of Joy. Okay, so let's get to some of our floral. These also came from Joann's. So I've got some white, some red, and one yellow, two different yellows actually, that came from Joann's. So I think that yellow is going to bring a nice pop. These, let's see, white might go in last. Unfortunately, I could only find one red. So they were all sold out besides this one. Let's see. Let's add a little white first. That way that red will pop really well. I'm going to cut it down right here. I do need these kind of long. Keep up that whimsy look. Let's see how this one is. Which one would be better up there? Probably this, and I may need to cut one down. You can bend them, kind of bring them to life. Okay, so this one's really long. I need to cut that down some more. That'll be definitely too long. Let's see. I'm going to try to go in behind that pampas grass. All right. Yay! I'll add some glue to that later. Now this one we're going to use at the bottom, but we're going to clip this one off because it's too long. We're going to keep that layered look. And how am I going to keep this? I'm going to have to go in over here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. Kind of going up on the side of the mushroom. Oh yes, that one is so nice. And I'm going to bring this one over here. I love it, y'all. Love it. And we're going to clip this down or pull it off. Oh no, one of the little flowers came out. Maybe I can wiggle it back in there. No. So be careful with these. Apparently they come out really easy. Okay, we're going to go beside the side. Looks like I don't have any area. Gotta cut it down. Get a short piece. Bring it closer to the center. Okay, and this little one, we'll put it like right here. That'll look cute in between those two mushrooms. And I do have some moss that I can add to the bottom of the mushrooms. Got two different colors. Got this is all I put it in one bag. And then this, which that green may help, but I think it's going to be too bright. So we'll see. Alright, so we've got two of the white left. Let's add some more. I'm cutting each little piece off, and I'm going to leave this top one longer, and I'm going to try to use that as the point on the bottom. So I might clip, well, there we go. Again, be careful with them because they do come off very easily, which is not cool, but just be careful with them. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my point over here, and it looks like I'm going to have to cut it down again. Make it shorter. Lifting that one stem from Joann's and going up underneath it. That probably went through the back, but that's okay. Alright, again, kind of open them up. Bring them to life. Oh, one fell off. Dang it. Well, I'll save that towards the end. Okay, where I don't want to put this one. Let's go up there. Go ahead and get some glue because I'm not going to be able to see the area. Take a chance and hopefully it catches an area that I wanted. Okay, these have 2 little pieces on it. You can bend them. I'm going to go in behind the top of the mushroom. Be careful not to put too much glue. You don't want to get glue on that mushroom. Yay. Trying to think where I want to put this. I might kind of go towards the back a little bit with this one. Try to hide that brown stem. I gotta make sure I don't overcrowd it because I have other florals that are going to go in. I cut this down. It probably will unravel on me. You know what? I think I'm going to put it right up there. There we go. And I got 1 white left, so again, I will leave that to try to break up any areas that I might have too much floral. And that yellow, I'm telling you, but I would definitely pull out these little leaves. Let's add some red. I'm so sad that I don't have more than 1, but I do have, you know what, matter of fact, let's see, these are larger poppies. Maybe I should add these first, and then I can add the smaller ones in around behind it. Let's see what that looks like. This is, oh, now where did I get this from? Michael's, I think. These leaves aren't too bad, but I typically do not leave leaves on my sprays or bushes or whatever. Because typically the leaves aren't that great, but you know, it's up to you. It does add some additional filler. Sometimes you can find some bushes that get really nice leaves. So yes, this is indeed from Michael's. I'm going to go ahead and clip it down. Find the longest 2 pieces, which are these. Okay, so I am going to remove the leaf. That one in particularly, at least. Let's see. You pop this leaf off. Yeah, I like it better with no leaves. Okay. So this one's shorter, so I'm going to kind of come in the middle. Same thing with this one. If you gotta cut it down more, that's fine. Notice I'm not going straight in, I'm going in at an angle. And I've got 2 left. I would like to have the long one. Let's see which is the longest. Kind of back here up towards the center. Kind of making that point. Grapevine's a little loose up there, so it's kind of hard to get it to stay where I want. There we go. Alright, 2 pieces left. Maybe I should put one right there to cover up that tie, or I'm going to use the red for sure. Okay, so I'm going to clip this one down and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, last one. We definitely need something right here, and we do need more red right there, but we have the other red spray that we can use. Let's see. You can twist it, curl it if you want. I might have to make that a little shorter. It's getting hung. Okay, let me clip this just a smidge. I can see an opening. Yeah, okay. Let's move on 2. And we can't forget about our ribbon, actually. I just thought about that. Notice how excited I got over that? So, I got red and yellow. The yellow, I'm so like, about it. I do typically use an easy bow maker just because I've got plates and pins in my hands and it's really hard to do it. But I'm going to try to do it on here, y'all. Ooh, got a piece of glue on there. So I want to make sure the tail that's going to be in the center is the longest one. And I think I'm going to have my ribbon or my bow around that. So I think that's going to be long enough. I'm going to pinch, bring it up. Let's see, is that about how big? Yeah, that's good. And great thing about this ribbon is it's the same on both sides, so I don't need to twist it. So I'm going to try to do this. Make sure it's the same length. Yay! And I'm going to flip it, and hopefully it'll stay. I think I got it, y'all. See, it's really hard to hold my hand like that, like really hard. Okay, I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. And I think we should be good. And if we want to add some more yellow, we can. Or yeah, add yellow, we can. Not more, because we haven't added any yet. Do we want to add an extra loop? I kind of want to add an extra loop. Maybe 3 loops. Let's see. I'm going to make that one a little shorter again. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make 3 loops. Let me get a tie. Pinch it, keep it together. Take my tie, wrap it around, and I just pull to tighten it up and twist. Pull, twist, pull, twist. And there we are. We're going to bow, y'all. Alright, let me clip that one little piece off. I might have to get something to drink here in a second. My mouth is super dry. I'm going to go through right there. And then hopefully I can find a place to tie it off. But I do like the idea of adding yellow. It will make it pop. But the only thing about adding yellow is I think that mushroom designs can be dissuades for Christmas. But I think this sign is more spring, summer, fall. But by adding yellow, you definitely throw off Christmas. It's not tight enough. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. See if I could. Much better. Tie it off again. Oh, oopie doop. I can't get it. There we go. Okay. Oh. Go ahead and add some glue to this one over here. I think I want it to go in like that. Okay, let's clip our ribbon. Okay, so again, I want the tail in the center to be longer. It may not be as long as I want, so I'm going to keep this one long too. That way if I want to flip them, it's long regardless. There we go. And I will dovetail later. Again, I might add some yellow. Okay, let me get this ribbon out of the way. What did I do with my pen? Oh no, I'm terrible about that. Laying my pen down somewhere and then you find it later in your foot. Okay, so mess with that for a second. Leave that. All right, let's see. You guys are kind of seeing it off to the side. Okay. I don't know why I think it's the ring light, the way it's set. Sorry guys. There we go. I hope that's better. Okay. Now, do we want to add the yellow? Let's add our red. And I want to be real careful with how I place this, considering it's the only one. But if we need, I do have other small red florals, but I want to stick to just this. So I'm going to clip it down, clip it down, and again, clip it down as many times as you want, because I may keep mine longer or shorter than you know, your preference, so keep that in mind. And it was like kind of wiggly, a mess. I found it all crunched up. So I'm trying to hold it where it's not going to come out and bend it a little bit. I may use this one off on a different area, but I think it'll work there. And clip it down because it's definitely too long. Here's the other one. You can tell that piece right there would need to be shorter. Just stick with the one I had. I've already worked it out. Okay, I'm going to go up under that bow, up under the pampas grass, right in that grapevine. Be careful messing with those flowers. Okay, I'm going to cut this little one right here out. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, like I said, they're not as pretty as the white. This was a hot mess when I picked it up. I almost didn't get it just because it was so wonky, but I think it'll be okay. All right, I'm going to go in over here. So you know we need some red over there. And I'm going to clip this one again. Right here, and I'm going to add some glue because I don't think it's going to stay on its own. Pretty much, I like to, ouch, I got glue in. I like to go around and, you know, where I place, you know, white, try to have like the red near it so they complement each other. This may need to be cut. Let's see. Oh, that went in nicely. Okay, and I kind of want one down there, but we do need something over here, but it's going to be too long, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get in front of the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm going behind the top of the mushroom. And that leaves us with these two small ones and of course that one white one, which those will be good to add in the little area that needs a little something something. Okay. Yellow. I'm so on the fence with the yellow. Is this the only yellow I have? No, that's right. I have this one. I think I am digging this one better. This is a better quality spray. Let's see. Let me take these green leaves off, and maybe that will help. Because, you know, obviously with them off, it's going to look a little different. Let's see. Let me clip that one. That tag off. Okay. So no green leaves. It does definitely help. I like it. Do like it, but it, you know, it does change the vibe. It does change the look a little bit. So again, it's just personal preference. Ooh, I pulled a flower off. And yellow, of course, is good for fall as well. I'm gonna try to kind of go in behind that small red one. Keep that one going up and this one coming down. It may need to be clipped. Let's see if I can get it to bend down more. I'll work it down here. Bring that pampas grass in front of it to hide the stem. Maybe I need to place it somewhere else. I do need something up here. Okay. Trying to be careful and not gonna have to go up a little bit because it's gonna cover up the sign, but I do like it up here. So I just gotta find the right space. Oh, this piece got moved when I pulled it out. There we go. I'm going to have to clip that because it's not going to hang the way I want it. So you just clip it and replace it, and you have better control of your placement when you do that. So I'll just do that, or back here. I'm going to put it back there. Okay. Oh, we only have one piece left, so I might have to... See, that one can even be cut down to just one. Wow, it didn't go very far. Well, we're gonna have to balance it. So I'll come over here and hopefully that yellow will peep out. I can always use some of this yellow to help as well. Ooh, let's see. Let me stand back. Always stand back and look at your design. You know, just take a step back and look and see what you need and where you need it. Now, this is one thing that I didn't plan on using, but I did grab. No. So, and we have our little bitty pieces. I'm going to use those. And let's use the last bit of our white one. We also have that other cream white filler that we may need some here or there. So let's get this done. I'm cutting it down a little more. I'm going to make sure everywhere gets a little bit. Let's see. Let me find the one. I think that's good for up top. I'll hold that and try to weave it. Make sure as it goes down it gets shorter. And let's bring this next to that yellow one. Let's see, try going underneath, see if that looks better. I don't like that actually. Maybe I'll have to go in deeper. Uh-oh, it's unraveling. Twist it up. I don't want it to fall apart in the wreath, so make sure you twist it up, especially if it's loose or feels loose. I'm going way under there. So the only problem with these is the brown stems start to show, and it kind of it just stands out. So the other filler is good to go back around and kind of overlap it a little bit. That way you're not seeing all that brown. Okay, I'm going to go in over here. I definitely see a gap that needs some TLC. So I'll take that other filler and add some. I do think it's missing something. There's something missing. I'm not sure what it is yet. Maybe it's too many of these pieces that I'm adding right now. Maybe it's too much. You know what I mean? I'm going to clip that one down because it's longer than the other. It needs to be shorter. I think that's what's bothering me. Is I don't want these little white pieces, the stems, to show on them. Let me put one over here. And the green stems from the yellow poppies are kind of bothering me as well. I'm going to clip this one out because it's really, I'm going to take the whole thing, it's really standing out, the brown stem. Sorry guys. Sometimes you gotta change it up. And I'm going to go in from underneath. Hopefully you can see it back there, at least that small one. Oh, here you can see it really well. It's probably going to be too long, so I'll cut that. Okay. Let's see. Which one's the third loop? We need something around the bow. And this has come out too far. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of just at that moment where it's like something's not right, but I will figure it out. This right here might be part of it as well. Maybe I can bring it down over here or right here, but that red ribbon is going to hide it. I'm going to bring it up there. That's better. And I'm going to bring that filler on top of that stem and let that white flower poke out. Oh, that's better. How am I going to hide this stem? Okay. That's already better. Okay, I don't know if you guys can really see what I'm talking about, but we're going to add this and we're going to overlap where the brown stems are. Cut it down. Okay, I had 3 pieces. Well, I had 1 total left and 3 pieces on it. Okay, so this is the longest one. I'm going to add something right here. I like that. One right there. And where was that one spot that was bugging me? Is it right here? It's a little short, so I'll have to come closer. Okay. That makes me feel so much better. All right. Now let's see if we want to add some of this. The only bad thing about adding this is it's going to blend, but it's still going to bring a different texture to it. So as long as you don't overdo it, it'll be okay. Come in straight right there underneath that bow. And I just cut the top little piece off. There we go. And you can cut this down multiple times. So the way I'm cutting it, I'll get 4 chunks out of it. I'm going to come over here again. I'm going to go right behind that mushroom, the top. Okay. And here's the last bit of this one. Keep it long and see if it'll look good up top. Now you can get filler that looks like this from Hobby Lobby. I know because I've gotten it before. Let's see about moving around that puppy. I might trim those little pieces so it doesn't hide the mushroom, but I do like it there. I'm going to do the second one. So the very first piece I cut was right here up top, down to the first, well, it's like the 3rd joint. Where do we need you? Where do we need you? Let's see if this piece will be long enough. Hey, yay! Add some glue there. Perfect. I'm really glad I pulled these. is nice. Let's see if I can get one like right here. I don't know if the stem's going to be long enough. Oop. Just kind of pushed it right out. It said, no thank you. I could just see. Okay. Last piece. And I'm thinking I want to add like right here. Now definitely have come over more to the right than I planned, but that's okay. And I do really like how the textures that brought, how it looks. And I also have these. I thought these would be cool in it, but I'm kind of leaning more to no. Definitely need to push this stuff over. Okay, do we want to add the yellow poppies? Fortunately, I do not have any other yellow. Well, I've got some yellow hydrangeas and dahlias, but the dahlias are pretty big. And the hydrangeas, I don't know. What do you guys think? I tell you what, I'm not going to make these permanent. What I should do is I should take a picture before and after, like without it. But if you don't like it, because sometimes, you know, you need to take a break and walk away from what you're working on. You come back and you can see, oh yeah, I need this here, there, or, you know, stuff like that. So I will do that. I'll get a picture though. And I'll figure out, might move that one. Right in behind the top of the mushroom. I do want to make sure I don't hide that mushroom, but I'm hoping this yellow poppy will help draw the eye towards it. You know what I mean? And these right here are going to have to be clipped down. Ugh. That one did not want to come off. Where'd the stem go? I hope this is the stem. Okay. Two left from Joann's. Then we're going to stop, y'all. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one more little thing I wanted to check. And then we're going to stop. Which one's longer? Get that sticker off. I'm going to come in over here and really hope it sticks out far enough. Come on, come on. I think it's going to. One up here. I'd like to have one back there, but I know it's definitely not going to be long enough, so I'm not even going to bother. Maybe, even though it's too short, maybe I can get in between two like really tight areas from florals and attach it. Okay, last thing, and then we are finished. Do we want to add any of these? Let's click one. They do have a little white in them. Take those leaves off. Let's see. Actually, I kind of like it. Kind of like it, y'all. That little mushroom. I don't want it to be hidden. Over here again, next to the mushroom. That white's going to help too. I think I'm just going to add a couple pieces. Just a couple, because I don't want to add too much red. But that white next to it does help break it up. I also need to put something here to help hold those stems up. Let's see, I need a long one. Keep it as long as possible. Bring one down here. Okay, and then one up here kind of towards the back. I don't think it's going to be long enough though. Let's see. Oh, maybe. think it's gonna be. Yeah, I just gotta get it in there better. Oh, it's going in an area that's like really loose. So it's wanting to fall back. Oh gosh, I get it. Yay. Yay. Still tell the ribbon. Just fold it over and clip up. Cut up. Just like that. And we are finished. You can curl your ribbon if you want. Leave it straight, however you want to do it. We'll give you a little up close. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Yeah. So have a great day, guys. Bye.